everybody, it is Shelly T. Voss, and today I'm going to be showing you some really cool things, especially if you're wanting to grow your money inside your account or in your pocket or anything. It goes along with the whole law of attraction thing, but also like physical action. So I'm going to dive right into that. I've shared this with a couple people, and so far everyone has been blown away by it. I'd love for you guys to check it out for yourself. Tell me if that actually works for you, but everyone that I've talked with, it's worked for them. So I'm going to show you what that is right now. And simply, I just kind of get you guys a illustration. Here is our safe. I also found a really cool tool of being able to find a mouse clicker. It's a setting on your computer. If you just go into your mouse settings and go into the pointer options, it has an option where you can hold control to be able to find it. So now I know where we're at. Okay, so right here we have this safe. This is to illustrate your money account, like either if it's savings, if it's actually in a bank account, doesn't matter, it applies to both. So I want you guys, and this is gonna go by so fast. It's simple. I'm not gonna make it complex or go into details about it. I think you guys will be able to understand this pretty easily. So if you guys take a look at your statement or any kind of savings that you already have. So we're gonna focus on the savings. Now, this is where I came up with this idea. So I want you guys to think about what's the lowest amount that you guys remember consistently always showing up in your life. Was it, $20, $50? These are actually things I've actually talked to people about. This was their standard for when they're young. They started earning money when they were like 8, some even, 5 years old. They were making this amount. So, but it doesn't matter wherever it's at. It's really cool. So we're going to look at these numbers. Now, I want you guys to remember what's the next amount that you were able to get after that, or maybe what's your current amount that you notice always shows up for you in your life. For me, it was $20. I was very comfortable with $20 showing up in my life, and it always did. Anytime I needed money, it was always like $20 here, $20 there. It'd been like that for most of my life. I even think since I was like 10 years old. And now it's quadrupled in that, but this is how I was able to identify it that I've noticed works and that other people have noticed works. So, and we also have more people testing out. I'd love to hear what you guys notice. So try this out. I'm going to totally challenge you out to take a 90-day challenge on being able to test this out so we can really prove if this actually does work for everyone. Okay, so now after that, what ended up happening is, so in being able to grow your money, yes, sacrifices are needed to be made. That's without a doubt, but these are the kind of sacrifices I'm going to talk to you about. So, and I'm going to use my own example because I know it the most. And the sacrifices that I made was like giving up Netflix. I decided to end up taking that money, which was like $10 a month or something, and then I just saved that. So I put that into my account. Now let's put this right here. Okay, then $10 was consistently coming in, so that made it like a $30 more savings. And then I got very familiar as I began taking more opportunities. And this is also another way, when you start sacrificing things, you're going to notice things are going to enter into your life, opportunities for you guys to be able to take, whether it's a new job, whether it's a chance to go meet someone, because I've had that happen where I've met someone and then they ended up hiring me on to help them manage their business. So any kind of opportunity, like notice that, because that's also going to help you to increase it. Now, the other sacrifices is being able to let go of more of, and I think this is the biggest one, is any kind of spending habit. And this is where I really had to grow on myself because I love buying things. As you guys can see, I've got, a big thing. But the coolest thing is almost every year I went into debt. And I just want you guys to get a good look at this. See all that? I don't even have to worry about paying someone back for that. All of that came out of my pocket. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work at home. I, do all the motherly chores and all that stuff. I was able to do that out of my own pocket by this system of being able to grow it. This is how I got this. So, okay, so the spending habit. So anytime that at this moment that I wanted to go buy something, I just chose not to. And I came up with this simple rule that I think is very important. And it's simple. I mean, we've known this for ages, but it's simply, spend less than what you make. So here's the cool thing. So I was very comfortable with spending however much I made, and then I'd always have $20 left over. So I ended up switching them, and I would only spend like $20, but then I would be able to save a significant amount more. And this is from the beginning stages. And then that would start to grow. So I noticed that in my account that my money started to grow. I mean, it was just like from here, and then it went to like, 100, and, and this is kind of gradual, but this was like weekly. And then it went from that to like 200, and then, 500, and so on and so forth. And so I noticed, and this is the key thing that I've noticed, is you get familiar with what's in your account. So and please check your account. This is where I need you guys to do your work, but notice what's in your savings and notice what always shows up for you. So I noticed for me that once I got to, and I'm going to make sure I note this, that once I got to a comfortable 3-month savings, right, I just knew that amount was always in there. That when I went to go spend something like this amount, guess what showed up within the next week? The same amount came right back in. Now, so doing that, consistently, like the whole thing is being able to replenish and grow, replenish and grow, replenish and grow. So going with those things, being able to spend less than what I make, I don't ever have to sweat about that. This is what usually would happen is I would go into debt on Christmas because I didn't want my kids to not have anything. And I love Christmas. I absolutely love it. And so I'd end up getting accounts like PayPal and stuff like that and spending it until like the very, very, very max where I couldn't even spend anymore. And I have all this debt accumulated. But on this, I was able to like get all this without going into debt. This totally came out of my pocket. I accomplished that. And I use this system. So notice, take this challenge. Like I've said, I've noticed over like a 3-month period that when you constantly have that amount, and you'll need to make sacrifices to do it, getting rid of Netflix and all those things that I've have listed over here. And then after that amount, you just get familiar with it. And that's where it goes into like the whole law of attraction. So like you go in from not sure to like knowing for sure that that's always going to be in there. So I hope you guys like this. Please give me a thumbs up if you got some value out of this, honestly. And please take out this challenge and apply it to yourself and tell me, have you noticed that your amount that you get in your account is consistently the same? Because everyone I've talked to so far tells me it's the same. even if they're making more money, they notice that that amount is either equally divided into certain amounts, but it's a number that you're comfortable with. So this is about being able to raise your comfort zone. You got to make sacrifices to do it. It goes with anything that you want to grow on. You got to get out of your comfort zone and make those sacrifices of comfortable to move into an uncomfortable, because being in uncomfortable situations means growth. It means an opportunity to grow. So yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you guys later. If you guys haven't already done so, please subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next inspiration. Thank you guys.